All right, boys and girls, we are now at the rhythm portion of our lesson for today, and we are going to be reviewing our learning targets. So we are going to be reviewing the quarter note, which is I can describe the quarter note as one sound on one beat, and then I can describe eighth notes as two sounds on one beat. So this is going to be a review today because the activity for next week, you have to be ready because it's going to be going quite a bit faster. So that's why we're going to be reviewing today, reading quarter notes and eighth notes. So here we go. And what the quarter note looks like. One sound on one beat, and we usually say ta when we're counting rhythms. And then the other learning target, which we also already know, I can describe the rhythm eighth notes as two sounds on one beat. It's like when you're taking something and splitting it in half, like if you want to share a candy bar with somebody, instead of one long piece of candy, now you have two shorter pieces of candy divided in half. And so I'm going to show you the eighth notes. And when we count them, we say T-T. So we have the quarter note, which is ta, eighth note, T-T. Now I'm going to show you how that works with the metronome. So I'm going to get my metronome going again. So here is my metronome. There's my metronome. So far, you are hearing one sound on one beat. You're hearing just quarter notes, ta, ta. And it's doing that over and over and over again, and it's going to do it forever until I shut it off. Now, if I want to double that, now we have two short sounds, two equal sounds. That's going to sound like this. T, 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 T. Hear the difference? You got one sound on one beat, which is a quarter note, which is ta, 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 ta. When we have eighth notes, each of those quarter notes is divided in half. So now it's going to sound T, 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 T. Now, what happens when we have a combination? Because right now, all we see on the screen are just the four quarter notes. Ta, 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 ta. Now, I'm going to go on to the next one. Notice you can see the combination of both quarter note and there is a pair of eighth notes in there. So would you point to where the eighth notes should be? I'm going to give you a second. All right, here are the eighth notes. I'm looking at my cursor right there. That's where the eighth notes are. So these notes are going to be divided, okay? So again, if these were all quarter notes, it would be ta. Whoops, let me get my cursor going. Ta. Let me do it again. Ta. Oops, and it didn't do that. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Okay? Now, what if these were all quarter notes? Ta, 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 ta. But now we see that there aren't just quarter notes there, are they, boys and girls? There are a pair of eighth notes. Why don't you take the time real quick to just point to where the eighth notes are? Good. You should have been pointing right in there. That's where the eighth notes are. So those eighth notes are going to be T-T. All right? But we're going to go back and start right here at our quarter notes. Okay? And we're going to go through all of these. I'm going to say them all with you, and you can clap along, you can tap along, or you can just say them. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ti, 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 ta, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ti, 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 ta. All right? Let's see if you can do it on your own. I think you can. So I'm starting back at the beginning. So I'm just going to be doing the counting. I'm not going to do the rhythm with you this time. So you got to do it on your own. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, 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 go. All right. If you know you got all your rhythms right, let me see those 4s. If you got most of them right, show a 3. If you've kind of missed quite a few of them, give yourself a 2. And then if you just bombed it, give yourself a 1. But feel free to hit me up. And so later on, as we get ready to go in our exit slip, then I'm going to put my information up there to make sure that you get the help that you need.